Alrighty, let's check the mic. Check the mic. Hello, hello. See if we got anybody rolling in here. Two watching over. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Oaksters Live. My name is Okie. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight. Got some updates in the bass fishing world. The old phone is going to crank it down so it don't be all good and noisy. There we go. Let me hit the bring up a chat here. What's happening? Okay, it's Mama. How you doing? On the YouTube. Awesome. Alrighty, we got some people rolling in here tonight. And get this thing good and rolling. Once we get some more people in here, I got some updates to the giveaway. This will be gonna be a couple changes. So what's going on with that? We got the news. Got some news out there on the MLF Red Crest tournament that just happened. Just all kind of stuff going on. So if you're viewing, please say hello to us, so we can say hello back to you. And appreciate you being on, and let me know if you can hear me fine. Don't know how good my audio is, so let me know how that is. Trying to get this video playing on several different things, and having some problems with that, so trying to get that figured out. So, but we're getting there. Let's see if I can do something here. I don't know if that's going to work. Try to get this thing also streaming over on Bass365. And then that's going to be part of what we talk about this evening. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me get my glasses on so I can see the name. I want to make sure that Caro, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I appreciate you being on and joining us over from the YouTube. That is freaking awesome. And we just love getting folks in here on the YouTube side. That's great. And YouTube's got a lot to do with the giveaway I'm doing. So hang in there. We'll go over all the details on how I'm changing that up and making it better. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Glad you're hanging in there. I see some folks haven't got in here yet, and so once we get a few more in here, we'll go over the giveaway update and things we're getting ready to do in the future when it comes to my live streams, and that'll be exciting. I have decided on a date that I will be on every week. I have a certain commitment on Tuesday evenings. That's going to end coming up, I think, into April. And once that's over, we will start streaming live on Tuesday evenings. Right after KastKing Live goes off the air, we will be going on the air. And I like to be able to do 2 nights a week. There's a lot of big name YouTubers out there in the fishing world, the hunting world, the outdoors world, that who has so many viewers and so many loyal followers, and it's hard to compete with that, which I won't compete with that, because they've already established themselves, but we're going to get there. We are going to get there. So I see some people sitting back here viewing. Say hello to me so we can say hello back to you and tell you how much we appreciate you stopping by. So I have started a sticker wall. I have so many stickers, and so I put up a sticker wall, and but what you're going to see from my sticker wall is companies that I really love, and I probably won't put stickers up of companies that I don't do stuff with or use. And now I'm not saying that other companies are no good, because I wouldn't do that, because they are. But these are the outfits that I'm very close with, and because it's got a lot more to do than just the what's up, Benji? Appreciate you being here. It's got a lot more to do with than just the products that they sell. Now that's very important that you are able to get quality products from different companies, but it's got a lot to do with the people involved with these companies. And as I talk to them and meet them, and so that's the stickers that'll go on the walls. It says that people that I feel like could be a family for you, not just as a company that you may buy the products that you need. I can't ever think my hat is on right. It's got to do with the folks involved with these companies, and that's who I talk about the most, and that's who I promote the most, because of how I have been treated in the past, from anything from calling them over a situation, being part of something online, and it's just awesome. And I do some affiliation with some of these companies, and let's see if I can show you some of them here. We got Monster Bass. I love the Yak Attack stuff, man. Luther Cyphers at Yak Attack's an awesome guy. Greenberg Valley Outdoors out here locally. I love the people who own that company. I've known them for years. AFCO, I think they just make the most wonderful hoodies and shirts for outdoors. And I love the Z bait, especially their Sinkos, man. I have caught tons of fish on a Z bait stick, a Senko bait, man. They are just amazing. And of course, the Senko is an amazing bait, no matter who makes it. But that Z bait's been pretty daggone successful for me. That and the Missile 48s, and I've yet to get me a sticker from Missile. So I need to get a hold of John Cruz. Say, hey, send me some stickers. We all love stickers, and I got a ton of them here. Okay, Mom's done moved to Facebook. All righty. So the giveaway is going to change a little bit. Two major changes going on with the giveaway. Let's see. Scott Butler. You need to say hello to me, Scott. I see you liked my video. I appreciate that if you're still in there. I ain't seen that boy for years, but he's a fishing guy for sure. So awesome. But hey, the changes to this is that I'm going to extend the time on it. And I appreciate the people that's followed the directions for the giveaway. There you are, Scotty Butler. What's happening, buddy? And not enough folks have qualified to be part of the giveaway yet. And I want it to be a pretty huge group, that the software I'm going to use, a random comment picker, for the giveaway, has to work real hard to come up with a name. And so, first of all, let's go back over the rules of the giveaway. The giveaway is in part as a promotion for Bass365. Now, what is Bass365? First of all, you can get this app. You can get the app put on your phone, and or you can go to bass365.com. I hear you, man. I know about that weather stuff. What's up, Robert Schaefer? See, you made it home safely. That's awesome. So Bass365 is now. Well, let's talk about what Bass365 began with. Hey, Billy Max, appreciate you being here, buddy. Bass365 is an app where you can find out anything and everything going on in the world of fishing, from industry news. What's up, Chuck Watkins? Welcome to Oaksters Live. I appreciate you being here, buddy. That's a big KastKing fan right there. He's one of the KBAs there, man. I love my KastKing family, and it's awesome. But all the industry news, you want to find out what's going on with that, you can find out there at Bass365. It is just if you need to know about what's going on in the tournament world, which tournaments are coming up from the MLF to all the different branches of MLS, the Bassmaster Elite Series, the Bassmaster Opens, everything on off the FLW. I mean, it is an awesome website, and you can also catch the Bass365 live shows. Yeah, I hear you. How many did you pull out of Pipe Sim today? But Mikey Mosier and Ricky B, who started Bass365, do live casts every Tuesday and Thursday nights. They were at the MLF Red Crest World Championship at Lake Eufaula in Alabama this week, live there, sending us videos of what's going on. I mean, all that stuff's happening. But they decided that, hey, there needs to be a social media platform for just fishermen. And I want to tell you, you don't have all the clutter when you're on Bass365 social, because it's all about fishing. You can build your brand. If you own a business, let's say you're a rod builder, you're a bait maker, you have a bass club, you name it, when it comes to the world of fishing, you can grow your business. And I mean, just imagine now when you're advertising, you're not advertising among the world of cooks, or whatever is out there in social media, which is a million different things. Now it's all just fishermen looking at your stuff, and it can be a great way to build what you're doing. And that's what this giveaway is in promotion of, is Bass365 social media platform for fishermen. And that's why I've done it. So the rules for the giveaway is to go to my YouTube channel, which is Oaksters Live on YouTube, find the video that has the title of Bass365 social media for fishermen, and hit like, leave a comment, and share the video. It's all you got to do to be entered in the giveaway. And it is, I don't care if you subscribe or not. I mean, I would appreciate it. But if I didn't ask you to subscribe. I asked you to hit like. I've asked you to just leave a comment and share the video there from the YouTube channel, from the share button, and you're entered in the giveaway. Well, several people have, but in my mind, it's not been enough folks to have a proper giveaway. And so I decided I'm going to extend it to the 15th and see how what the pool size is like then. But I've also decided, you know what, I'm going to go over each piece of the giveaway, and there's going to be a part 2 to that because I'm going to add more stuff to it. So you're going to look at a really nice giveaway. So we're going to start right now and go over some of the baits that I'm going to give away. And this giveaway started out with plastic baits and with different brands we all know. And so I'm going to go over them. All I did was post a picture of them. So I'm going to go over each package on the original part of the giveaway, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to add to it. So first of all, I had a bag of Z-Man Mag Fatty Z's. These baits right here, it's made out of Elastic. These are great to put on giant shaky head presentation. This could be fished like a Senko. I mean, these are awesome, and they're in the green pumpkin color, and everybody knows how great the green pumpkin color is. So let me reach in this box. Shaky head fishing is a wonderful way to catch fish in the finesse fishing world. It's a lot like an Ed rig in a way, but it's weedless. And we also got a bag of the Berkley Powerbait bottom hoppers, and I think I got a couple bags of these. These are awesome. What's up, Melvin Brown? Glad to see you make it to the live stream. You told me you was coming. I appreciate that. And these bottom hoppers, man, are awesome. Shaky head bait from Berkley Powerbait's got that scent to it. Awesome bait to catch fish with. And we also have some Berkley Powerbait Crazy Legs Chigger Crawls. This is a great creature bait to catch fish with, and this Chigger Crawls caught a lot of fish across the United States. And that's a great thing about plastic baits. They'll work about just mostly anywhere. I mean, it's not specific to one area of the country. I mean, they work everywhere. We also have a bag of the Big Bite Bait Sugarcane Worm. This is another great shaky head bait. This could be used on a drop shot. You can Texas rig this weightless or for a real small tungsten weight. These Big Bite Baits puts out some awesome baits. I wouldn't throw this in a giveaway. I didn't put this stuff in a giveaway just to get rid of junk. This is stuff I actually fish with. And because I want people to be able to take what they win and go out and catch fish. This company here, when it comes to baits, is really grown in the last 2 or 3 years. Now, they're mainly known for crankbaits, but they put out some great soft plastics, and this is 6 cents. This is the Clout 5.4-inch Senko worm. Man, people catch them on these all the time. I have caught fish on these. I'm telling you, you can't beat a Senko. They've won millions and millions of dollars for bass fishermen and bass tournaments. I mean, you can catch a fish on a Senko anywhere you go in the world. I don't care where you're at. We got some Zoom, the old monsters. This is in a watermelon candy. Zoom is, whoop, let me get that in here. Zoom is probably the top selling company in the world when it comes to plastic baits. They're known for a ton of stuff, but this is the old monster. These are great in the summertime. Throwing them out there in them deep holes on the bottom where them fish are at when the water's gotten real hot. These old monsters are awesome. It's been a fish catcher for years and years and years. Reaction Innovations. This is the Kinky Beaver. And this has got purple in it. It's called the Dirty Wizard. It's got some purple, some green pumpkin in there. Man, these are great as a flipping bait. This is an awesome bait. You can chop the head down a little bit and use it as a jig trailer. Reaction Innovations, guys, makes some great baits, and a lot of pro fishermen use these. These are fish catchers. Missile baits. This is the Quiver 6.5. This was designed and brought out by John Cruz, the owner of Missile Baits. This is set up for your Nico rig fishing. And if you fish with a Nico rig, it's another presentation. It's kind of like a wacky rig, but done in reverse, kind of. I got a pack of these. It's going in the giveaway. These are in green pumpkin with some little black flake in the tail. Missile Baits puts out some awesome baits, and they've won a lot of tournaments with Missile Baits. I have just a plethora of a pack of Kitech paddle tail style swim baits. You can fish these many ways. I see a lot of guys putting them on a ball head jig. There's different colors in here. I had a thick pallet of these, so I threw some up in here, and that's going to be part of the giveaway. We got some River to Sea, called a Mad Yabby. It looks like a crawl style bait, creature bait. I've used these in the past, and I've got fish on these. This thing's got a lot of movement to those appendages on here. This is an awesome flipping bait, and it could be used for a jig trailer as well. We got some more Zoom and the shaky head worms, and then the mag shaky head worms. These are in watermelon, green flake, watermelon candy style. It's a watermelon seed, it says on here, and also in the smaller ones is watermelon seed. Zoom, you can't go wrong with Zoom. And we got the Missile 48 and the Cincos, famous for the reverse shimmy rig, because it's got the same blunt end on both ends. So you can Texas rig it at the top, put your nail weight in the bottom, and when you lift it, it goes right back to, swims right back down to where it was, and it creates a lot of bites. My nephew will tell you, if he's on here, that this thing has caught a lot of fish for us. And then we have a bag of green pumpkin flash in the Missile D-Bombs. The D-Bombs has won several tournaments. So that was the original part of the giveaway. So I decided, in promotion for Bass365 social media platform for fishermen, that I'm going to beat this thing up. So what I've been doing is, when companies give me, that I affiliate with, give me some crazy discounts, excuse me, some crazy discounts on stuff, I'm going to pick this stuff up and I'm going to give it away. And from Lunker Tax, I got these awesome War Eagle spinner baits. These are in the sexy shad color. It's got a Colorado blade, willow blade, some seen a 7-pounder caught. Wow. They got a Colorado blade, a willow leaf blade, and a hammered finish. And a lot of people love War Eagle spinner baits. They're one of my favorites. Outside of the custom made spinner baits I get from Jack's Custom Jigs, I buy War Eagle. I'm going to throw this War Eagle spinner bait in this giveaway, guys. And these things, you can burn these. They don't mess up when you're going too quick. They stay straight, man. They're awesome. So the War Eagle spinner bait's going to be thrown in with this giveaway. So I'm adding that to the giveaway. Now, Monster Bass. I do affiliation with Monster Bass. This box is plumb full. Monster Bass, Rick, the CEO of Monster Bass, put together a bunch of boxes and threw some crazy discounts at us. And this was a sample. This was a sample box put together that was worth $58 in value in baits. And they gave me such a great deal on this. I said, I'm going to get this box. I'm going to give it away. Well, guess what? I'm going to add that to this giveaway. So guys, need to let the world know what's going on. I'm going to show you what's in this box. And some pretty neat stuff in here. And some great baits that I already have that I've caught fish on. How many of y'all Ned rig fish? I'm sure all of you has fished with Ned rigs. KastKing, KVD Perfect Plastics. This is a Ned Ocho. This is the tiny version of the Clout 5. Of the Ocho, and a lot like that Clout 5.4 from 6 cents, but shorter. This bait is this is called Moon Juice. It's got some blue in it, some green. I mean, this right here is an awesome bait. That's being thrown up in this giveaway. How many of you guys out there square bill fish? Square bills won a lot of money for folks out there in the world. I hear you, Melvin. But square bills won a lot of money out there, guys, and there's a company out there that's really growing when it comes to baits, and it's called Excite. And this is their square bill. Looks like a perch color. Let's see if I can see the color. But actually, this is a bluegill supreme. And this is square bill. It'll dive anywhere from 2 to 3 feet. Trick on a square bill, guys. Lighter the line, deeper this thing will go if you need it to. Just a trick. But this bait right here is going to be thrown up in that giveaway. If any of y'all watched Red Crest this week, I know that most people that watch these online tournaments, and Red Crest was like the Super Bowl of bass fishing, along with the Bassmaster Classic. Dustin Connell yesterday won that tournament, and he won it with a bait like this that I got in my hand, and he won $300,000 fishing with a jerk bait. And this is the Monster Bass Slick Stick. Monster Bass has their own line of baits now, and I want to tell you, they are awesome baits. They collaborate with some of the best bait makers in the world, and that's going in the giveaway. This is a suspending, fairly deep diving jerk bait, and it is awesome. And it's going in the giveaway, folks. This next bait's called Lunker Candy. It is a little lipless crankbait. And look at the color on this thing. And what time of the year are we in now? What color of bass biting? Because the crawfish, when they come up out of the mud, out of that red clay, in a lot of these lakes, they look red. This color right here is a cold water bait. This time of year is killer. It's in red. This is from Lunker Candy. And they call this color, I think it says crawl baby. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Actually, it's called a crawl daddy. So this bait here is going in the giveaway, and I'm upside down. It's going in the giveaway. We got another pack of the baits from Excite. These are in soft plastics. These are a fluke style bait. I'm telling you, the glare off this plastic. Let's just pull one out of here because that was hard to see. This is a fluke style bait with a curly tail, and it is a high floater. And this thing it might mimic a lizard. This would be a great bait on a Carolina ring. Just different ways you can fish this thing. It's so versatile. So this is the Excite high floaters They are called, well, they didn't put a sticker on it, but you see it right here. This thing, if I can get a hold of this where you can see it really good, this, if it'll focus in there, this right here is going to catch them, guys. It's a finesse style way to fish, but power fishermen like me, we've had to adapt because it ain't always about the power. We ain't done yet. One of the greatest things you can do when you fish a swim bait to make it even better is to put a underspin on it. Let's see if I can check out that underspin. This one's got a gold blade on it. It's pretty awesome. It's made by a company called Zero Gravity. Let's flip it over this way. It's called the Airdrop. It's a hybrid underspin. This right here, I'm telling you, I have fished with swim baits and be having decent luck, but throw it up on one of these and it just goes crazy. So that is going in this giveaway. That right there excites me. Big Bite Baits, guys. I can't say enough about Big Bite Baits. They make some awesome baits, and this might be kind of hard to see with the camera, but these are some. I'm gonna open this up. They're in a clamshell. These are called the something swimmer. I can't see a lick, guys. These are the 4.4-inch finesse swimmer. See if you can get a good look at them this way right here. Check out that bait, man. This is awesome. They're in the color of it's called a Disco Glitter Silver. These are going to be great to fish with. If you fish with swim baits, these are pretty realistic, guys, and I'm giving them away. And I got an update for Monster Bass coming up here in just a second. And if you're not part of Monster Bass, you know it's an awesome way to get baits. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But Big Bite Baits, 4.4 finesse swimmer. And the last thing that's going to be going in this giveaway is a new company when it comes to hooks. It is called Spear Point hooks. They look funny, but I can tell you right now, this past year when I fished with them, these are the finesse drop shot style. But when I hooked the fish with these, I didn't lose near as many fish as I have on a normal drop shot hook. And they also make these in some EWG bass hooks, but they're called they're from Spear Point, and they're very, very sharp. So guys, that's what I'm adding to that giveaway. This Monster Bass box was worth 58 bucks, and I had about $40 worth of soft plastics in there. So that's somewhere near 100 bucks of baits. I'm gonna give away in promotion to Bass365. Let's go over the rules one more time on how you enter. And you go to my YouTube page. Some of you, there may be some people watching from YouTube, but you go over to my YouTube page and you find Oaksters Live. That's the name of my page. Find the video called Bass365 Social Media Platform for Fishermen. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. You know what? You can hit the dislike button and leave a comment, and I'll still enter you in the giveaway. And watch that video. I actually go share the screen from Bass365 Social and stuff in there so you can see what it's like. If you're trying to build your brand, if you got a dream of building a YouTube channel, a place where everybody can come and sit and hang out like we're doing now, that would be a great place to help build that brand. And I don't know if my nephew John is on the live stream or not, but Billy Max is in there. He's got him a page on Bass365, and he's been getting some nice comments on his photos, and he's going to start growing because of that. So I'm excited about giving this stuff away, and in promotion of Bass365, I really believe in it, guys. And if you know me, you know I don't BS nobody, because that'll come back and haunt you. And karma is what they say it is, and it is. Karma's not good. So all these baits here will catch fish. I fish with all these baits, and I wouldn't give away junk, and because I have been part of giveaways and won and got junk and won't catch fish. I'm with Monster Bass because every bait that comes in this box, I am confident fishing with. I know who these companies are. I've been with other companies where I'd get stuff, I don't even know what it is. Where do I fish it? I mean, what's it supposed to catch? Yeah, that's the kind of deal that on some of these others. I won't say their name because that's just not who I am. But Monster Bass is a monthly subscription box where you get brand name baits picked by a pro that lives in your area in the United States for your waters. And guys like Alex Rudd is part of Monster Bass. And we're going to talk about Alex Rudd here in just a second. Guy's name in the Northeast just slipped my mind. He's part of Smallmouth Crush. I'm sure you've heard of that if you like going around YouTube and watching live shows about fishing. Smallmouth Crush is one of the biggest. Travis Manson, that's his name. We got the Informative Fisherman, guy named Nick. It does the western part of the United States. That guy is just intelligent when it comes to fishing. Him and Alex Rudd, I think we're both school teachers. I know Alex Rudd was, but I'm not sure about Nick. But I can't think of the guy up in the northern part of the United States. But it is a box that comes every month right to your door. It's like getting Christmas every month when it comes to fishing baits, because not all of us have the time to run out to your local Walmart, your local Academy to pick up stuff, or maybe you're someone that don't trust to shop online. This is a great way to get baits. Now, the big update with Monster Bass, there's two of them, but let me get into the first one. If you would become get a subscription to Monster Bass, coming up next month for the month of March, every bait in that box is going to be a bait that's won the Bass Master Classic at one time or another. Matter of fact, one of the baits is being reintroduced that's won the Bass Master Classic. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't seen any kind of video on that, but every single bait in next month's box is going to be a bait that's helped somebody win the Bass Master Classic. Think about that, coming in a box, and they're not charging any extra for it. Now, Monster Bass has changed a little bit. For ones that's part of Monster Bass or follows Monster Bass, you already know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows that these subscription companies use boxes. Well, guess what? Monster Bass box, no more. They are going to a bag, a reusable zip-up plastic bag that you can use over and over and over. I'm going to show you one. Monster Bass. This is what your subscription's going to come in. It's got a zipper on it to protect your baits. This particular bag is not part of my monthly subscription, I was given an awesome discount on some square bills that we're going to talk about here in a second. JC Dropshot, another big YouTuber who's big into fishing and the fillet of monster bass. He did a video on how many bags of plastic baits can I get in this bag and still zip it up. And it was like 55 bags of plastic baits, and he was able to zip the thing up. You're going to get one of these every single month. It's going to eliminate room being taken up in your boat, your kayak, whatever ways you get out on the water. This is going to help you have more room and be more organized. This is the bag for Monster Bass. Now let's get into what came in this bag. Alex Rudd, we talked about him a minute ago. He is famous in the South for crankbait fishing. This man probably catches more fish on crankbaits than probably anybody down in the South. He lives in Alabama, but he's famous for the crankbaits, and he designs crankbaits. Monster Bass collaborated with Alex Rudd and Billy Messer. If you have heard of Billy Messer, he's one of the, there's a lot of painters out there of baits that are great. Billy Messer's one of them. So Monster Bass collaborated with Alex Rudd and Billy Messer and come up with these 1.5 silent square bills. What excites me about these is they're very similar to the Rick Clunn series of square bill crankbaits. And Rick Clunn, when he got a hold of some square bills back when they first started coming out, won so many tournaments with them that he started designing his own series for Lucky Craft. Now they're with Lucky Strike, the RC series of crankbaits, but these are the 1.5s, but they make a lot of them in the silent. Not every day fish want a big rattle or a knocker going on in there in these silent square bills, and I've caught them off the Rick Clunn series. But this is what you're going to get for Monster Bass from now on. And this bag did not raise the price of your subscription. I've seen these bags go from other companies just by themselves for 20 bucks for you to store baits in. So think about that when it comes to Monster Bass. I'll leave a link in the comments after this video is over for Monster Bass. I'll leave a link for Lunker Tax, and of course I always leave a link for KastKing, and we're going to talk about KastKing here in a minute, some of the great things they got coming out, and they have just released. So, but the giveaway, guys, remember, go to my YouTube channel, find the video, Bass365, social media platform for fishermen. Hit like, dislike, leave a comment, and share that thing, and you'll be entered for that chance for this giveaway of all these baits I just showed. So that's the update on the giveaway and Monster Bass. So, and it came with a Budweiser sticker in there. It looks like a Budweiser sticker. They called it Budweiser for the guy that designed these baits, Alex Rudd. And he's got an awesome YouTube channel too. And then he does some live stuff, but he mainly put out some videos. So if you're wanting to learn some tips and tricks when it comes to crankbait fishing, go check him out. He's as knowledgeable as probably the king of crankbaits, David Fritz. I say that it's a pretty bold statement, but this man knows his crankbaits. He knows how to fish them. He knows when to fish them, what's the best colors, when the best time is. So check him out. If you're having trouble catching fish on crankbaits, or you want to get into crankbaits, he'll talk about the type of rods, type of reels, and type of line. And guys, Alex Rudd smokes them using 10-pound fluorocarbon. I know that sounds kind of light, but he can get his baits down deeper. Matter of fact, he loves to grind them square bills into the mud and the rocks. And matter of fact, one of these baits that he's designed is called the Mud Digger. So for that reason, and it's all about the reaction strike when it comes to square bills. Guys, if you got any questions about anything that I'm giving away or whatever, please post them in the comments, and we'll try to get them answered the best we can. And I was looking to see, but all those baits will come neatly in a box. And you know, guys, if you got stuff that you got that catches fish but nobody else uses it, let us know. If you got stuff that you would like for me to review, you could send them to me. I'm gonna leave my mailing address in the comments. If you got anything you want to send me to go over, and what I'm gonna do, I'll use it, review it, and then I'm gonna put it in a giveaway, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving stuff away. When I get some crazy discounts on things, especially if I see crazy discount on stuff that I already own, I'm going to pick it up and give it away, because I got a great deal on it, and I feel blessed that I got a great deal on it, and I want to give the stuff away. Billy Max asked me to mention a lure that he found. Let me see if I can pull the picture up on my phone. I don't know if y'all be able to see that or not. Maybe somebody can tell me what this bait is. It looks like a bait that was made by Arbogast. Can y'all see that? Right there. I didn't get a very good picture of it. If anybody thinks they know what that bait is, please leave that in the comments and tell me what you think. What's up, David Hicks? Billy found that out exploring around some ponds. So check that out. Let me know what the name of that bait is, and I may send that bait to a guy named Epic Eric that I'm getting ready to send an old school baby 1- to get redone and painted. Maybe we can get that one redone too. So if anybody has any idea what that lure is, please let us know. So who's out there catching fish? Let us know. Let us know how you caught them. We can talk about that. Guys, I'm pretty excited that the weather did warm up, but it's still nasty. It's raining. We got flash flood watching, so the water's not going to be good for a little while. But I do believe with all the snow and rain and ice and stuff that we've gotten this winter, I think it's going to help come springtime and early summer. We will have healthier water, fresher water, a lot more oxygenated water, and I think the fish are going to be very active coming up here very soon, and I think some big fish are going to be caught around here in the West Virginia area, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. Also, I wanted to let everybody know that on March 13th in Williamson, West Virginia, if it don't get shut down, now with everybody getting their vaccines and stuff, you know, all the county colors in West Virginia, most people are green again. So, but in Williamson, West Virginia, on the 13th, from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, is the Southern West Virginia Fishing Expo and Swap Meet. And what's going to go on there? You're going to have a lot of local bait makers who make some beautiful crankbaits, rod builders, people who pour some awesome plastics out from their basements, small businesses that we would love to promote are going to be there and set up and selling their products and things. And I think Jack's Custom Jigs, where I get my custom made spinner baits from, and swim jigs and bladed jigs and things like that. I think he's going to try to be there And if he is, I'm thinking about making a trip down there and maybe interviewing him live on Facebook, Instagram, something like that, and help Jack out. I really love that guy. We've never met face to face, but we've had a lot of good talks. And he makes some beautiful baits. So check out Jack's Custom Jigs. He's from Kentucky, and he makes some awesome stuff. He's also loves to fish too, so he's got a great passion for it. And I think it's what it takes to make a great custom bait. To have some passion for it, and not just doing it because it's money coming in. I think he really loves to create, and he's always creating something new and adding something different to a bait, and it always looks great. So check Jack's Custom Jigs out. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, so check him out. He's all time posting his stuff. He makes some beautiful fire crawl jigs and bladed jigs and spinner baits, man. You wouldn't believe how beautiful they are. So, and he's always got some extra stuff up for sale too. Now, he's a busy guy. I mean, custom made baits are made one bait at a time, folks. So if you put an order in, it's a type of order that you know you don't get in a week. So because he makes each bait one at a time, I think he hand pours all his lead heads and things like that. I believe his wife does the painting, and she does very well on it. So check him out, Jack's Custom Jigs. So, what's new from KastKing? KastKing's got the new Kong rod out there. It's for big, big fish. Fishing in the ocean, fishing for big blue cats, big flatheads, big muskies, sturgeon. Awesome price on their rods. They got, I think, 2 in a casting, 2 in a spinning. One's a 8 or 9 foot. I mean, and some of them you can pitch or throw up to like 8-ounce bait. Wait a minute, could be wrong. I think it's a lot more than that. Some real heavy baits, and it's made. What makes me excited about them Kong rods, and I don't own one yet. They just come out, but they use that nano resin technology on their rods, and what that is that when you put rod blanks together and you get it before you add the eyes and stuff, there's these small, minute little ridges and grooves in there that you have to coat these rods with something to make them stay durable. The great thing about nano resin is that it's probably the most durable resin there is for a rod, but it keeps your rod super light. I saw Chuck Watkins. I don't know if he's still in here. I think he owns one of the Kong rods with a Recon reel on there from KastKing. He could really tell you what's going on with that. But that nano resin technology takes that huge rod and makes it light where you can hold it up with one finger. I own a Mag Swim Bait Speed Demon Pro casting rod from KastKing, and it's an extra heavy, and that thing is lighter than as light as my frog rod. I mean, it is, but it's got the power. You don't lose any of the power that you need to get fishing with those. So anytime you hear of a rod that uses nano resin technology, you are getting something special. You're getting an elite series of a rod when you see that it has the nano resin. So it fills in them little cracks. It's in that rod blank, and it's amazing. It is amazing way to do things. So think about that. That's right, David Hicks. Wow, absolutely. And so KastKing's come out with the Kong rod. They've got several new reels come out. The talk of the town is the BFS. Is that how it's pronounced? It's the finesse system in a bass fishing finesse system in a bait caster. Just like we would use a finesse spinning reel for our finesse fishing. Now we got a bait caster that'll cast Ned rigs and other small finesse systems and type reels or lures and stuff. It's got a very shallow spool. It don't hold a whole lot of line. You really don't need a whole lot of line when you're finesse fishing, drop shotting, whatever you're doing, unless you're fishing 100 foot of water or something. But these are awesome. KastKing has a model called the Zephyr. It's $69 right now. It's got a coupon where you can save some extra money on that on Amazon. Check out eBay. eBay's is doing at the KastKing store on eBay. There's a huge sale on rods and on reels. I think the rod is a telescoping Blackhawk 2. If you need one of those telescoping rods that are awesome that you could fold down and put in the back seat of your truck and move on, easy to get in and out. In fact, having to navigate the long rods inside a vehicle, that'd be a way to go. They got a huge sale on several KastKing items, so check that out on eBay in the KastKing store. Just a whole lot of great things coming from KastKing, and they're coming out now. Extremis has got some new sunglasses out that are awesome. That's a sister company of KastKing. Right now, I haven't checked it out yet, but I think I'm going to sneak me on. They got a company that's a branch of KastKing called the Calamus V2 series. They got a bait caster on Amazon right now for $29 that looks solid. And I believe in KastKing, and I know it'd be a great beginner reel for someone. And it's got a 5% coupon off on it too. So they got that coming out. What I love about KastKing, number one, is the people involved in KastKing. It's like a family. That's why I told Chuck Watkins there a while ago about welcome to my live stream, and is a cat from the KastKing family, because that's what it is. The people that I've met, even all the way up to the vice president of business development, Al Norker, will have conversations with me if I send him a message. I know he's a busy guy, but he takes time out and answers my messages. AJ Gore, Nicole Dilio, a lot of great people there. Scott Thomas, Gus Batista is one of the coolest cats you ever meet in your life. Not only does he help out the KVAs, but he also wrestles alligators in the Everglades of Florida. So the guy is just awesome. Check KastKing channel out on YouTube, man. There's some great stuff there. But I don't know what it is, but they got something coming out now that's going to blow the world away, they say. And everybody's been wanting this, and they won't tell us what it is yet, but it's going to come out real soon. So waiting on that. So right now, with the way the weather's been, it's been hard for the state of West Virginia to stock any trout. But coming up, I think it was today, was the state's first statewide trout tournament in Marion County. I'd have liked to have been involved in that, but I didn't find out about it till where I didn't have time to prepare for that. That would have been cool to go do that. But still some ice on some of the waters. But it's warming up, guys. Next week, the average high is going to probably be around 49, 50 degrees. So the water temperature is going to come up. Fish are going to start heading shallower into the pre-spawn. And soon they're going to be spawning. It's going to be here before we know it. So take every advantage you can get to go fishing. Take kids fishing. Introduce people to fishing. Because I'm going to tell you, for me, to get away from all the stress of life, a regular job, all that is getting out on the water, going fishing. It is just amazing to me. Like, for example, I was on a little lake up here by my dad's church called Tuckahoe Lake here in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, and happened to be in one of the big giant trees on one end of the lake was a bald eagle's nest. And I was on my kayak just sitting there watching them, and they were flying to check me out, I guess to make sure that I wasn't going to be bothering their babies, whatever, and circling over my head. I could hear the wings. Woof, woof. It just, things like that happen when you go fishing. So just take people fishing. Be fun with it. Teach them how to fish. There's a lot of folks out there that, well, I've always wanted to try it, but I just don't know how to get going. Just jump on it and take them. Show them. And you got a friend for life when it comes to, your fishing buddies are your best buddies. And I think people will agree with that. It's just, and I love it because I fish with my family a lot. It is so cool. We get out there and have such a good time when we're out fishing. And we're going to step it up this year. We're going to have some little tournaments and stuff. And when I say family, it ain't always just blood family. I got friends that are family, and we fish together. Thinking about getting back into fly fishing and fly fishing for bass. I haven't decided yet. I used to tie trout flies all the time, and was starting to get into some bass fly tying. And I had an unfortunate thing happen to me where I was down in Florida, and a lot of my fly tying stuff got taken, and broke my heart. And I haven't even thought about it till I saw a picture of Jack Collins from Jack Custom Jigs, his little work site, and I saw those fly vices sitting there because he hand ties all his skirts, and they got my blood pumping again about tying some bass flies. So I'm thinking about picking up that KastKing Ascension fly rod, because they got an 8-weight there that should do fine for smallmouth and largemouth here, and getting back into fly fishing for bass, especially if I can get the nerve up to I appreciate that, Ben. I really do. We love to make this thing grow huge, and we got all walks of life coming in here, and that's another thing that Bass365 can help me out with. And matter of fact, there is a fishing group out there called Average Joe's Fishing Group that I would recommend everybody to join. I'm pretty sure the administrator there, his name is Van Hendrickson. He's also part of the KastKing family. And Average Joe's, they do nice fishing tournaments. They're out in, I forget, they're in the Midwest mainly, but they're growing big and huge. Join the KastKing Anglers. It's people talking about all kinds of stuff when it comes to fishing, not just so much KastKing products, which is talked about a lot, of course, but all kind of. There's West Virginia bass fishing. There's Dockside Live for West Virginia fishing. That was on today, letting everybody know that for an elementary, middle school, high school bass tournament sponsored by BASS and Bassmasters, was down on the Harris Chain of Lakes in Florida today, and there was a group from a middle school in Clay County, West Virginia, I think took 7th place in that huge tournament in Florida today, and I got to see that weigh in today. That was pretty cool. And so Dockside Live of West Virginia, that's another one to get involved in. So, and I don't know what you guys think, but for ones of you that live local to here, I was thinking about forming our own BASS fishing club. There is fees every year for that, but if y'all would think that you would be interested in forming a BASS fishing chapter here in West Virginia, there's several of them, and they do tournaments in each one of the regions. So especially kayak tournaments, if you're into kayaking, and that could be a lot of fun to get involved in. And that also could, and that, you know, if you win a state tournament or something, that heads you out out nationally. So if guys are here that live local are interested in possibly forming a BASS chapter for this area in West Virginia, we're right in there. And yes, David Hicks will hook you up. So pretty excited about possibly doing something like that. I just want to bring folks together, have a community of fishermen, because it's some of the coolest things when you sit around and talk fishing with people. You get to hear some good stories. They go from here to here to you know what I'm saying. But and speaking of something changing in the state of West Virginia, I'm not sure if people are aware of this, but you know how in every state you can win citations for some of the fish you caught. Well, West Virginia has done like Virginia has, and have went away from the pound side of the fish. Being a certain pounds get you a citation for that fish. Now it's gone to length and length citations. The longer the fish, and there's a chart somewhere you can find it on, I think, on the West Virginia DNR website that'll tell you which length each breed of fish, species of fish need to be to get a citation. So, but I thought about that, and I'm thinking, you know what? I always carry a weight scale with me, and because we all like to know what that fish might weigh, and especially if you're competitive like I am, and some of the people I fish with. But we never usually have anything to measure fish with, or if we do, it's not long enough. So I got a product here from KastKing that's going to help us with that. Well, at least up to 40 inches anyway. And we can figure it out that. But KastKing came out with a new weight scale. It comes with a pair of fish grippers. And I love the fish grippers because it's the humane way of weighing fish instead of poking a hole through their mouth. If you watch MLF fishing, you'll see that they use the fish grippers. Let me show you these. And I have several of the fish grippers, but they're the small size that they've made back in the past. But now they've made them quite larger. Check that out. And they lock on and they hang on, and you can pull some huge fish out of water with fish grippers. And this is I call it humane, but it's a humane way of not damaging the fish's mouth, because the hooks are doing that already. But what comes with this fishing scale is this scale here will weigh fish up to 110 pounds, if I read that correctly. And it'll also keep track of all your fish you caught that day, and it'll add them up for you, so you'll know what your 5 limit bag actually weighed. But here's the part I was talking about when it comes to length citations. It's got a measuring tape with it that goes up to 40 inches. Check it out. And I thought about that because my brother-in-law, David Price, on here, he catches a lot of big muskies. So, and of course, this will weigh them muskies. Now, my other fish scales, they do an awesome job of weighing the fish, but they don't have the tape measure in it. And Now this one does have the hook on the back, right? But what we do with our fish grippers to make this humane is that we take this little ring it's on there, and we hook this up, and then we grip the fish's mouth and then hang it that way and weigh them that way. And it's more humane, safer on the fish. It don't damage the fish's mouth, and we weigh them. And it's a pretty neat deal. And these don't cost an arm and a leg for this setup, and it's pretty awesome. So I picked up those, and pretty excited about that, because we do go catfishing and we do go musky fishing, and I would love to go after some big carp this year. I was thinking about that too. There's a guy called I think at Benji Earhart that's on here. He's the one that told me about this guy called JT Outdoors, J&T Outdoors. I think he's from down in the Wyoming County area, Mullins, Pineville area, and he's a big time carp fisherman, and he tells it like it is. I'm telling you, and I'm thinking about messaging him and see if he'd like to come in as a live guest. And what's up, Brian Wills? I appreciate you coming on, buddy. And bringing him on to talk about carp fishing, because he catches some huge carp. He bass fishes also. He's a heck of a bow hunter. And so I'm thinking about bringing him into the Yokesters Live family, and because he's got a heck of a YouTube channel, so check him out. It's JT Outdoors, I believe. Benji can confirm that, and he's got a huge following going on his channel. So check him out. We bring him in on about some carp fishing, because there's some huge carp in some of these places that I love to try to catch. It's a lot of fun. Used to carp fish back in the day when I was younger down here where I lived, the Greenbrier River. AT Outdoors. There you go. Thank you, Benji. It's AT Outdoors. He's on YouTube, and he puts out a lot of content. So, but when I was younger, when the river be muddy, but Howard's Creek, when it would where it run into the river, if it was not muddy, the carp would come up in the mouth, and we used to take corn down there and catch some big ones. AT Outdoors. A-T Outdoors. So check him out. He's different, but he's awesome to listen to, and he's a proud American for sure. And you'll tell that right off the bat. So thinking about getting him in here, getting him live in here. I was thinking about pulling someone out if we had a few people in here, and pulling someone in as a live guest tonight, but I haven't pulled anybody in yet. I threaten to do that all the time. I know there's some in here that don't hop on, and I'm wondering. Well, I see Joe Terry has been on. He didn't say hello, but he did like the broadcast. I appreciate that. Matt Catman Jones didn't say hello, but he popped on here and hit like on here, so that's awesome. Jody Heaton should have said hello. I appreciate you coming on the show. I want to give some shout out to people. Benji and his wife liked it. That's awesome. So Matt Catman Jones is a big catfishing guide, and he's also part of the KastKing KBAs. That's awesome that he came through here, so that's pretty cool. So and also, speaking of guides, KastKing sponsors a lot of fishing guides across the country, and especially catfish. And they just had a huge catfish conference down on the Mississippi River, I believe. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's where it was at. And they went live out there. Al Norker, the vice president of business development, was there live talking to folks. So catfishing's a huge deal. They have huge tournaments on the Mississippi and the other, and probably the Missouri River and different ones. And it's a big deal out in the Midwest. Of course, you know that you got your noodlers out there. That's crazy stuff at noodling. I don't know if I could do that or not, but also out west they have salmon fishing guides that KastKing sponsored, walleye guides. Matter of fact, Nussbaum, no, that's his last name. He's a part of the KastKing family. Uses all KastKing equipment, and he's the world walleye champion. Well, last year's world walleye champion. So, and of course we have our pro fishermen that fished in the MLF World Championship this past week at Red Crest. Brent Chapman uses nothing but Bassinator reels and Speed Demon Pro spinning reels and the Speed Demon Pro rods to make a living fishing. And he made it all the way up to the knockout round. Didn't make it to the last 10, but they started out with 40, and he made it to the knockout rounds at the end of that, using nothing but KastKing products. Cliff Cajun Baby Crochet fishes the MLF with the KastKing Spiral rods that he helped design in the Bassinator bait casting reels. So KastKing is for real. They're now in about half of the Academy Sports and Outdoor stores, which we don't have one here where I live, but I have ordered a lot of baits from them over the last few years online. They carry KastKing products in their stores, and which is pretty amazing. They carry the KastKing Covert 100% fluorocarbon line, which I just love that stuff. That's amazing fluorocarbon. And I say that because I use it. And I'm not sure where my nephew's at, but he's usually on here with me. But he couldn't believe how strong that fluorocarbon, because he had to break off a lure. He just couldn't. And it took everything he had to snap it. And it was like 12-pound line. And so that Covert KastKing 100% fluorocarbon is what I'm going to be throwing and pitching and flipping with. So, because I believe in it. So it's some pretty awesome stuff. But KastKing's in every part of the fishing. Well, I forgot to mention Captain Brian Box down in Florida, who he guides in brackish waters and salt water and also bass fishing. And he makes a living using nothing but KastKing equipment. The Caspin 300 Elite, the bait casting reel for saltwater and big fish. The Recons, I mean, the Sharky 3 bait feeders. I mean, he switched out all his equipment to go to KastKing, and that's how he makes a living. So think about that the next time you want to purchase a rod or a reel. And I tell you what, if you want to try out KastKing products, and you can ask Billy Max this or David Hicks this, my nephew this, and some of the other people that I fish with, I'll take you fishing with my KastKing stuff, and you can use it while we're fishing and see what you think. Because there's not a better way for you to decide on fishing equipment is getting a chance to fish with it first. It's like test driving a car. So, and I'm willing to do that. So, you know, if somebody's interested in checking it out, let me know. We'll hook up somewhere. And if you want to learn how to cast a bait caster, how to set the brakes on them, whatever you want to do, I'm willing to meet up with you and do that. And I won't charge you a thing because I love it. I love teaching. I love showing people what I love to use, and I'm willing to do that. So just hook me up. Yes, it is awesome, David Hicks. And David Hicks he owns KastKing equipment. So does Billy Mack. So does my nephew. Um, I made sure they had the KastKing equipment and used it. So it's pretty exciting. So I love to fish it. I love to show. Let's see. Let's pull this up here on the screen, this question here. Benji asks, what is the one bait caster everyone should have? I want to get me one for everything because I want to learn to use one. Now, if you want a good all-around universal bait caster, a lot of things go into that. From gear ratio, line capacity, brakes, whatever. So we have several. I like if I was going to use one bait caster with gear ratio, and it's going to be universal, and it's going to teach someone how to use it. First of all, I'd probably, all right, good night, Mom. Appreciate you being on. I would probably go with a bait caster with a magnetic brake system to start with to teach someone. Now, centrifugal braking systems are the greatest braking systems there is in bait casters, but it takes a little bit, and it can be frustrating learning how to get that in just right. If y'all seen my picture I posted the other day of the Speed Demon Elites, all right, Carol, that's awesome because I'm gonna tell you, you will not be disappointed with that KastKing covert fluorocarbon line. It is some awesome stuff. It is. Trust me, and it's got a thin diameter too, because I checked that out comparing it to other companies, different lines, and I'm talking about big brand name lines. The one that you hear a lot that professional bass fishermen and other big fishermen like to use is Sunline Shooter, which is I am not going to put anybody else's stuff down because I can't, because it's all great stuff. But in a bait caster, I would start with magnetic brakes for someone who's learning. My gear ratio would be a 7:1 or 7:2. And the reason why I say that to help someone in the beginning is that 7:2, you can run it fast to burn baits that need to be moved fast, or you can slow down and fish your crankbaits, your finesse style stuff. So I would go with that gear ratio to begin with, a 7:1, a 7:2. I would always start people out in bait casting with what I call a palm perfect reel, a low profile reel that fits perfectly in your hands. Line capacity, if you're not fishing braid, because you can put more braid on. Like if your reel says it can hold 120 yards, 12-pound test monofilament, which is usually a fairly big diameter line, you can probably put on 250 yards of 12-pound braid, because the diameter of 12-pound braid is probably about the diameter of 6-pound test. So, but I would start out probably when it learns casting, I may go straight braid in teaching somebody, because of fluorocarbon and stuff can be a little tricky in the beginning for someone because of making sure it gets spooled on, gets put on the spool correctly and it's tight, so it don't try to overrun on you down inside your line or loosen up. So with KastKing, there's several models that are 7.2 to 1. The Crixus Armor is probably the top reel for in the 7.2 to 1. The KastKing sells, they run somewhere around $89, I think. They're not the Elite series, but then you can go to some other reels like your Mega Jaws, your Royal Legend Elites. Some of those have 4 different gear ratios, but that's probably where I would start you out in a KastKing bait caster that will fish a lot of different species of fish or different types of baits, multiple baits, and give you a variety to where you wouldn't need 4 or 5 different reels to fish certain things, because you can still fish your spinner baits, your bladed jigs with that gear ratio. You can still pitch a jig with that. You can still do fish Cincos with that, and you can still do crankbaits with that. And it's probably a great speed for square bill. Match a rod with that, I would probably go anywhere from 7.2, 7.3 to 7.4, medium heavy with a moderate fast tip. And the reason why I say that is that that's just a good all-around weight and power on a rod that will let you fish a variety of situations. You still got enough little tip in the end of the bend in the end of the rod, and your medium heavy, your power is down. It starts to kick in that backbone, just not very far down the rod, but it gives you enough tip to fish a variety of different baits, because crankbaits need to be fished with some parabolic bend. That way you're not ripping the hooks out of the mouth of a fish. Spinner baits need to have that enough of a tip that when the fish hits it, because you're bringing that in back to you really quick, and they usually hit spinner bait that come as they chasing it and come up behind it and get it. When they get a hold of it, that rod tip bends and gives them time to turn, and as you raise the rod, it when you raise the rod, it now you can set that hook instead of pulling that bait straight out of its mouth. So, but yes, the KastKing has several models in the bait caster. That's what I would start someone out in the beginning with. Not too fast, not too slow, and so it would be the reels that I would recommend. So somebody's texting me. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. But there's a lot of products out there, and like I was mentioning earlier, KastKing got a branch company called Calamus V2, and they got a 7.2 to 1 bait casting reel for $29 right now for beginners. I'm telling you, it's going to perform more like a $50 or $60 bait caster, because I just trust it. I have I have a 7.2-to-1. There's the Royal Legend GT that normally runs for $39, and I did a little quick video about a month ago on that reel, and it is awesome. My nephew owns that reel, and that would probably be the reel, Benji, that I would recommend you to get is that Royal Legend GT. Around 39 bucks right now. It's on sale on the KastKing store on eBay for 32. I would recommend that. It's a 7.2-to-1 gear ratio, and it is smooth as silk. And I'm gonna tell you, if you didn't know what that reel cost, because I had a guy I fished with it one day, and he came to me and said, "I really like that. I just probably can't afford it." I said, "Could you afford $39?" And he said, "Yeah." And he couldn't believe it. It was only $39. So, and it's sexy looking reel too. It's red and it's black. So it is sharp. Hold on just a second. I'll grab it and show it to you. This is the reel right here. It is the Royal Legend GT. Check that beautiful reel out. This is $39 reel, guys, and I'm telling you, I would recommend this to anyone. So this is what I would recommend for someone starting out in a beginner to fish several varieties of fish. Let me see if I can see some of the specs on it here. It's 12-pound capacity of 110 yards, or 12-pound, 110 yards of monofilament. That would probably be about 140 yards fluorocarbon. It's plain line. This thing is just smooth as silk. It's got your star drag. It's got, I don't know if you can hear that, the audible, excuse me, I dropped it, audible click on the tension knob, and it's just a sexy reel, guys, and it's a low profile and it fits awesome in the palm of your hand. I'm not very good at this camera deal here, but that's the Royal Legend GT. It's got the you see that stamped on the front of it. I hope that will focus in there a little bit, but that's it right there. It's I would recommend this reel to anyone starting out with. It's a 7.2-to-1. It's got 5+1 stainless steel shielded ball bearings, and means that dirt and grime ain't gonna get in there. It's got the magnetic braking system on the side, so starting out, easy to set your brakes to where you need them at. And once you get that dialed in, you could cast these things without having to feather it with your thumb, and it won't backlash. You can get it to there where it won't backlash. So I just love this comment right here. It's pretty cool. Go get some of that KastKing floral. I love it. And I'm telling you that fluorocarbon line for KastKing is awesome. So who all do we got in here? We got 3 people watching over on the YouTube. That's awesome. 3 on my Facebook page. And so it's pretty cool. I know it's running kind of late, but you know, I've had a pretty good day today. I need to dig up my water line because my water line busted somewhere coming up this mountain. But you get down about a foot, the ground's still frozen. So right now I'm hauling water, but that happens sometimes. And so I didn't get to start doing that today because it just wasn't no way, because it's at least 3 foot down in the ground. And once again, if you're viewing, and say hello to us, and so I can say hi back to you and tell how much I appreciate you watching. So that was a great question, Benji. You got me You got me going there with that. Royal Legend GT, $39 right now on the eBay store. There's about 4 days left, I think, on the sale, $32. So, and you can't beat that. I had this out there throwing square bill crankbaits with it and catching fish, and was just enjoying the heck out of it. So, and what line would I put on this for a beginner? Hey, what's up, David? Glad you're still here. Um, but this right here amazes me. For that price for this reel, I'm telling you, I have paid this kind of money for reels in the past, and I'm just blown away. It's one of the things I love about KastKing, because their mission statement is affordable innovation. And the reason why affordable innovation happens is because KastKing is typically most of their business is e-commerce. It's online, so they eliminate a lot of the retail processes. And because every step in retail, from the time that reel is made to some buyer comes and buys up some of your stuff to go to their big box store, each step after the buyer, the trucking company that hauls it, the buyer's got to get paid, the drivers got to get paid, the warehouse that sets in until the retail store gets it, got to be paid. And then the drivers again that takes to the retail store, he's got to be paid. And time it gets to the big box store, then they mark it up to where they need to make money on it. Now it's done got so expensive for that reel, it's got to be locked up in a glass case because it's afraid somebody gonna steal it. So when I say this reel is $39 on Amazon and KastKing.com, and check out their new website, they revamped it for this year. It's awesome. And they got a loyalty program there that if you sign up for that, you earn points for every purchase, and you can earn money off of stuff. That's pretty awesome. When I say that this reel, if it went through the retail process, would probably set in Bass Pro Shop for $79.99. Somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe more, maybe just a tad less, give or take. But that's why I get so excited with KastKing, because I'm able. My family can tell you what people get from me for Christmas, and it's products from KastKing and their sister companies, because I can get them awesome stuff for Christmas, from not only fishing reels and rods, but from stuff to keep them warm in the wintertime, like the Extremis ice cap, the KastKing Polartec gloves, the Frostliner gloves, different things like that they're going to use, and it's going to work. And I didn't kill myself or have to take out a second mortgage just to get people something for Christmas. And it's so exciting that I can buy my family stuff to fish with that's going to last. And I've been using KastKing products now since spring of 2018, going on 3 years. And I've only had 2 tips on rods break. One, John got a hold of a snapping turtle, something that pulled down real hard and snapped it. And the other one, I think, might have got caught up in a door or something. And no matter how good a rod is, a shut door the rod don't act too good on that. But everything else I've had has showed a lot of durability. It's last forever. Of course, you got to maintenance your reels, take care of them, no matter what brand they are. And the people come to me and said, "You think that KastKing stuff is the best stuff out there?" I say it compares to everything else out there that's considered elite, that's considered tournament worthy equipment. It compares. You can break them down, all the parts on the inside, the same as anybody else. and they got one of the top guys in the world, the couple guys in the world, and Scott Thomas and Al Nork are putting their brains together, and some of the top research and developer guys there is, and two of the most respected guys in the industry that saw what KastKing wanted to do, saw what their plan was for business, and believed in it. And not sure where Scott Thomas come from, but Al Norker had worked for Eagle Claw and Wright McGill for many, many years. And all it took was a 5-minute conversation from, I can't think of his name, from KastKing. He's the main guy, one of the main guys that got it started. And it took like a 5-minute conversation to convince Al Norker to come to KastKing, because at that time, e-commerce was just starting. Online shopping was just really getting started. Amazon was just getting started. And the company he was with, he thought, of Eagle Claw and then he had this idea, but I don't think everybody's on board with it yet. But Al believed in that he saw the future of it, and he went with KastKing, and wow. And KastKing's only like 7 years old, if that. And they've grown into a power company who puts out some awesome stuff, but they involve people like us to be part of their family and grow. And it's smart because you get some people excited about fishing equipment, and it's lasting for them. The word of mouth is the greatest way to advertise, and that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I love Monsterbass at Lunker. The folks at Lunker, Jeff Walsh and his crew at Lunker are some awesome people. He's joined me on my live stream before. He's come in and chatted with us before. It's awesome. Lunker is just an awesome way to get fishing baits. You go to their site, it takes like 2 minutes to sign up. And once you sign up, you're going to start receiving text messages each week, possibly every day, maybe every other day, 2 or 3 times a week, of some great fishing deals. And all you do is reply with how many you want. And it comes right to your door. And as a matter of fact, besides maybe Amazon, Lunker is, I get my stuff faster from them than anybody I've ever shopped with during COVID. So it comes right to your door, and they give you some awesome deals. That War Eagle spinnerbait was a bundle of 4 spinnerbaits that retail wise cost $34, $35 for 4 of them, maybe more, and I got them for $23. Because companies come to them and they say, hey, we can do this and do that, with people like Missile and Strike King and Booyah and Hedden and different companies, saying, hey, we got this bundle. Can you help us out? We can do a bundle, and we can sell these, and they're top stuff. That's where I got my Rick Clun crankbaits. Got a heck of a deal on them square bills. And when I saw that, I jumped all over them. I've jumped over 2 different styles of War Eagle spinnerbaits now because of that. But also, I love the custom-made baits from Jack's Custom Jigs. There's just not a better feeling in the world knowing that somebody made you a spinnerbait from scratch, knowing that when they looked at it and go, toss that one and start over on it so they get it right. And that's what he does. So that's a cool deal too. But and if you're into kayaking, you can't go wrong with Yak Attack accessories for your kayak. I'm just saying the track that you mount on your kayak to mount equipment on, that stuff's just amazing. So, if you're a kayaker, you need to look into Yak Attack. Yak Attack around here is in a lot of our local stores. So check that out. Greenbrier Valley Outdoors. If you live in southern West Virginia, they sell Yak Attack gear here in Fairleigh, across from the state fairgrounds. So it's a pretty cool deal. So yeah, so a lot of things going on in the fishing world, and yeah, I know baits right now are hard to come by because what happened during COVID is that just during COVID, the amount of people that started fishing. All right, Benji, you have a good evening, and we definitely got to get together on the trout fishing. This weather's just been sucking, but it's starting to get better, and we definitely will get together. And I'll bring that when we get together. I'll bring that Royal Legend GT reel. I'll hook it up on a rod, and then I'll show you how to use it and see what you think, because that's the best way to show you. But if you want a bait caster to start out with to fish a variety of things, that right there will do it for you. So we'll do that. I'll bring that reel and hook her on a rod, throw some line on it, and we'll get after it, because Pipestem Lake also has largemouth bass, so we can get after them too a little bit. So, appreciate you being on, Benji. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon. I can't tell what time it is. I know we've been on quite a bit, an hour and 45 minutes, and it's 15 minutes to 11. But I felt like the guys, remember what I said about the giveaway? If you were on here, you've seen all those baits I'm giving away. Go to my YouTube channel, Oaksters Live. I can't reiterate this enough. Find the video titled Bass365 Social Media Platform for Fishermen. Check that video out. Hit like, hit dislike, whatever. Leave a comment and share it, and you'll be entered to win. I've extended the date till March 15th, and it may get extended even longer, and by that time I may add more stuff to the giveaway. So, you know, longer ago, till I'm satisfied with enough comments and likes on that and views, things, I will do that. But right now we're looking at a little over $100 worth of baits for the giveaway. So it's pretty exciting. I may even throw a hammerhead in there from Alex Rudd. Those square bill crankbaits retail at $15 a piece, but they're good, and they'll be an awesome crankbait for you. Especially right now, he's got one called the Rudd Red. It's going to probably smack them. And this water still being cool in this time of the year, when the crawfish start to come out of the mud, out from under the rocks. This time of year, they look red and orange, and they'll catch them. So we'll get ready to get off here, and we will set up a time. We'll set up a time. I know for a fact that my plan is, after my commitments I have on Tuesday evenings, and there's somewhere around the end of April, we're going to be on Tuesday nights, and probably around between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, because KastKing Live is at 7 o'clock every Tuesday evening. And I'm going to probably call that Tackle Tuesday. I know that's sort of cliche. It's probably done a lot. And then hopefully we can have another night where we can just sit and talk about anything. It don't have to be about fishing. I'd rather not talk about religion and politics, because I know that's going to cause some arguments. And I don't want to see people fighting in the chat room, you know, because everybody has a right to their opinion. They do. We live in America. We have that right to have an opinion. But sometimes people are a little hardcore, especially if we get a lot of type A personalities going on, and I'd rather not see that going on in the chat room. Now, if somebody wants to start a comparison about a rod or a reel with KastKing, hey, that's fine too, because I'm not going to tell anybody they got junk. I had some big name people tell me about a certain brand of rod that is junk, and I trust what they had to say, so I never bought one of those. But it wasn't the KastKing; it was another company. I don't even see them much anymore. Um, but I'm not even going to mention that. Now, I do have an opinion on a certain bait company who makes some awesome, awesome, awesome plastic baits, soft plastic baits. I'll give them that. They do. But their hard baits, their crank baits, jerk baits, and other ones that they make, I've already owned all those baits before theirs came out. So what I'm saying is they knocked them off. And that's a Guggen squad. That's a Guggen baits and their hard baits. So I won't buy any of those because they knocked them off. But now the soft plastics, they got some good stuff. I'll give them that. But I won't buy a hard bait from them, and because they didn't take the time to sit down and draw out something unique or something that. But it's kind of hard to do because about any possible way to make a crankbait's been made, and right now all I could tell you that can be different is somebody do something with a lip on a crankbait and make it different. That L-shaped lip, something kind of new to me. I think KastKing makes one with an L-shaped bill. And then Monsterbass has one called the Hellboy. It's got that. We'll show that soon. I got some of those coming. So, but anyway, we've almost went 2 hours. That's pretty cool. But I hope a lot of you will go over and check out that video I have on YouTube and get a lot of comments and some views. I'm going to be sharing the update on the giveaway. I'm going to put out a big post here in a little bit for the ones that wasn't on. But please, if you haven't went over there, I'm not asking you to go subscribe. I mean, it'd be nice if you did. And hit that little notification bell that'll let you know when I upload content. I understand that I heard a guy the other day say that YouTube is looking for more people to hit the notification bell than they are about viewers and subscribers now. So I don't know what that's all about. I guess because if you hit that, it goes out to, everybody's seeing when you post. So, but I'm not asking you to go over and subscribe. I mean, it would be sweet if you did. But also go check out KastKing USA on YouTube. Monster Bass has got some awesome videos on YouTube. They got a hell of a channel. I'm not sure if Lunker Texas got one out over there or not. And but check out theirs. And but we're gonna sign off. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna grab a little snack and then go to bed. And then I'm gonna get up in the morning. I gotta do something in the morning at 7 a.m. Then we'll probably lay back down a little bit, and then we'll go haul some water. So everybody have a great evening. I appreciate everybody came on. I think this was a heck of a chat. We had some good comments come in. I appreciate that. So everybody have a great night. We'll see you soon. I'll definitely advertise and make y'all aware when I'm going to be live again. So talk to y'all later. Appreciate it, guys. We're going to leave you with my intro video, so we'll talk to you later.